What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, of course, with... Why you whisper so damn much? Michael Anthony Fitness. What?
It's MAF Giggy Con.
Okay, I was going to say, he's got a new channel now. He's getting back on there. And you know what? Tom Landry, there's nothing you can do about that because they ain't got nothing on there.
I'm not doing football-related content, so I'll be doing making
so
money.
So he's
content.
going to be redoing or doing more videos. So
about making money.
Definitely check him out. He's doing his thing.
Money, I'll teach you.
And we're doing our thing. Wait a minute. I got to put plastic on that. Oh, man, you almost... Woo. Okay. We're in here doing some work and stuff for work. This is kind of my day job and things. We've got to...
that corner is okay to cut that out.
I got to put plastic on here before we cut this. I have some thoughts that I want to run by you guys and ask your opinion because this is real. Is it time to change the Dallas Cowboys offense?
Yes.
Okay, and
yes.
Here's my thinking on it. Okay.
15 years we run Jason Garrett's offense.
Well, with some, actually, I don't know that it's Jason Garrett's complete offense as it is.
Well, it's the one
Scott Linehan.
That's the one that he was running since he's been in town.
See, here's the thing that we always hear. Dak Prescott needs everything to be perfect to win. And maybe it's not that.
Look at Matthew Stafford.
Okay, but would you just shut up for a minute and let me speak? Here's the thing. It might not be so much that Dak Prescott's got to have everything perfect for this offense to work, as much as it is this offense has to have everything perfect to work. Because, see, here's our problem. That offense worked to perfection in 2014, right?
That makes sense now.
When we had DeMarco Murray rushing for 1,800 yards, Tony Romo only had to throw like 3,800 yards. We had the Great Wall of Dallas, too, that was the peak of our offensive line. And you looked at that and said, man, this is a great offense. Well, here's the problem. Zeke Elliott is not doing what DeMarco Murray did in 2014 anymore. He's not rushing for 1,800 yards. He's not capable of doing that. Our offensive line is no longer the Great Wall of Dallas. And see, to me, what that offense really did, and when you are just more talented than others, you can just bully people. And that's what we did. Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, and Zach Martin could just bowl people over and open up holes. Well, we don't have those guys. And we're not in a position where they can do that anymore collectively. And so that's where you look at this offense and say, you need to get some mismatches and change what you're doing. Because think about it. Scott Linehan brought Kellen Moore here from the Lions. That's right, the Lions. And don't think that Kellen Moore is going to be Matthew Stafford, because now I know we got all the revisionist history now going on that Matthew Stafford is now a Hall of Fame quarterback and this, that, and the other.
He has good coaching. His
well,
coach
he got a hell of a defense,
well, that
too.
But his coach took not one, but two bad quarterbacks to go to the Super Bowl.
True.
That's like,
got this blank. We got to make a heart for Valentine's Day.
You got two of them to make.
So you start thinking about this. You go from Jason Garrett, who basically got this from back in the day when, you know, he was a quarterback for the Cowboys, and it being this run-first offense. Say what you want about Dak Prescott. But if you're saying that one leg of this thing is predicated on the run, we couldn't run the football in the second half of the season. Zeke Elliott was on one leg. Tony Pollard was on 1 foot. Corey Clement didn't really even get much of a chance. And your offensive line was in flux. Your starting offensive line played together for 3 games. And watching other teams that are making plays without a great running attack, they're spacing people out. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'll be right. All right. So sorry, I had to take that phone call there. But think about this though. Right now, the problem is, what's that?
I know one of the problems is we don't have anybody. When one person goes down, then we don't have nobody to replace them.
Yeah, well,
that's one of the problems.
But here's where, watching last night, you were watching offenses like watching the Rams and watching Cincinnati. DMV made a great point about spacing.
Exactly.
See, and of course, here's the other thing: using your tight end. Travis Kelce is just on a whole nother plane, and the way that they spread players out, and sometimes you have to start questioning. I know Kurt Warner was talking about some of the plays and ways that they were doing things with the Cowboys that just make it more difficult to be successful in it. And this is where you truly have to make sure that's nail tight on the corners. But you truly have to be able to get mismatches. And the thing is when you had the best offensive line in football and you had a great running back and stuff like that, it's really easy. But now that you start having guys that are older, that are slower, that are banged up, and things, and you're relying on basically a running game. Because let's be clear, here's the big problem. And I know people are going to say, you just making excuses for Dak. He just sucks. Well, coaching does matter. Let's be clear here. The difference of Matthew Stafford being in Detroit versus him being with Sean McVay and in the Rams is a totally different thing, okay? Steve Young being with Tampa Bay and then going, of course, to the 49ers. You see the difference there. You see Doug Williams at Tampa Bay going to Washington with Joe Gibbs. Coaching matters, and finding a system that works is key. You know, when we kept trying to run the Tampa 2 defense with God, what's his name? Before, it was antiquated. It was old. It was past its prime. It had to be tweaked. It had to change. It had to evolve in order to work. And this is where we are with our offense and Kellen Moore. And Kellen Moore's experience are the Detroit Lions, Scott Linehan, Jason Garrett, and now trying to tweak and evolve that. And it may be that it's time to scrap all this. No, go ahead, keep going. No, but the work don't stop. The work don't stop just because I'm up here talking, because I might do a live stream up in here. But you've got to start evolving what you're doing and having change, because when you don't, teams know exactly what you're doing and they can counteract it. And that's what we're seeing now. When we don't have everybody healthy and we start losing players, this offense needs to have everything in place to work. It sucks. It's time to move on. And I'm still mystified why Mike McCarthy, who had his West Coast offense, doesn't have a variance of it that he's running. And here we go with another phone call. I'll be right back, guys. Damn, everybody keeps calling me today. Jeez, a flip. But I think we need to try and do something different, because we keep doing the same thing and hoping to have a different, result. We've seen the offense work pretty well 2016 when we could run the football. We saw it work really well in 2014 when we could run the football. But we can't run the football anymore, and we don't have a great offensive line. The time is to start thinking about something else. You see teams that have lesser running attacks that are able to be successful because, again, watching that game and seeing the spacing that Kansas City had and finding the zones and stuff, you see that they're playing chess when we're playing, checkers. And I believe that it's time to start looking at something different. And if we're saying that Kellen Moore, who people are interviewing, he's there with Miami and stuff, maybe we get lucky and they decide to hire him and we don't have to deal with it. Otherwise, then the question is, with Jerry Jones mad about the offense and everything else, do we keep Kellen Moore? It'd be terrible to go from being a coaching candidate to being unemployed. But maybe that's what needs to happen, that we need to finally move away from everything that was Jason Garrett and just start a new play. It's just got to be better somehow. Anyway, we're gonna get ready to cut this thing and get this made for one of you great fans. I hope you all having a great day. Peace.